Alright, we are live. Today is a huge day. Today we have the potential for a major outbreak of tornadoes. So, thank you for joining me here on this Saturday morning. But unfortunately, this is not a happy moment in time right now. I'll say that much. But we are going to be doing severe weather coverage all day today. This will most likely end up being one of our longest streams, if not by far our longest. But we have a moderate risk of severe weather in effect. So, what's up, Weston? I feel like you should have a PDS tornado watch. Well, I think we'll probably get another tornado watch later today because, well, let's see what time the tornado watch expires. I'm going to turn on the SPC just so we can take a look here. So if you look at the Storm Protection Center outlook, so this is what they got right now. As of right now, we have a moderate risk of severe weather extending from far eastern Texas into central Louisiana, central Mississippi, all the way to eastern Alabama here, pretty much from areas just east of Meridian, all the way through Jackson, Natchitoches, and all the way into far extreme eastern Texas there. So that's a really broad risk there. We have a lot of storm chasers right now. We have a lot of cameras. We have I think that's like 3, 4. We have 5 cameras, cams that are in the moderate risk. So we'll be able to get very good looks at these storms. Okay, it looks like we have about 4 or 5 storm chasers out in this region. So we've got a good crew to kind of see what's on the ground here, but as of right now, this is what our moderate risk looks like. We also have a enhanced risk in this orange shade here, and then a slight risk in the yellow shade. All right, so this is really a very concerning day here, but this is where our moderate risk is. This is where we're expecting the strongest of tornadoes to occur. All right, so let me turn that off, and I will pull up our tornado watch, because we do have a tornado watch in effect right now. Okay, so this tornado watch is going out for everyone in the yellow shade here, so we'll take a look at what this is for. Alright, primary threats include a few tornadoes likely with a couple intense tornadoes possible, scattered large hail and isolated very large hail events of 2 inches in diameter possible, and scattered damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible. Okay, this is effective this Saturday morning and afternoon from 7:35 a.m. until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm telling you right now, they will need another tornado watch, and they will issue another tornado watch, okay? But I think that tornado watch, depending on how active today is, if we see very, very high activity in tornadoes, that tornado watch, there's a chance it will be PDS. But they are going to need another tornado watch, so I don't think that the chance of having a PDS tornado watch is completely zero, but you plan on being live for 12 plus hours? Yeah, I think today is going to be a day where honestly some people will be live that long. You have to go to church, but you'll keep checking? Alright. Yeah, you're good, John Paul, if you're worried about storms in your area, but if you just want to watch what's going on down in the deep south, then you're always welcome to. But everything is probably going to peak around this afternoon. Obviously, we'll need to take breaks for lunch, maybe to get a drink for a snack or whatever, but I think today's probably going to be a day where I'm going to have to be locked in here. So yeah, it's going to be a long day today. Yeah, the possibilities on that tornado watch the hazards are very, very dangerous there. Alright, so let's turn that back off here. Alright, but like I said last night, these radar mega tornado warnings are going to be going off like crazy. That siren is going to be going off all day, so Lone Star, Texas, broad rotation. Alright, tell you about this. Pretty sure you are. Yep. Yeah, there is broad rotation here. They don't have the tornado possible tag. There's rotation starting to go on here, so we'll have to watch out for that. If that tightens up a little bit, that is quite strong, so if that tightens up, we'll have to watch out for a tornado threat. That got a little bit tighter over here. Wow. Never did produce a tornado. I don't even think I got tornado warned. But that's definitely something to watch here. Alright, we also have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is north of Minden, Louisiana. No rotation going on with this, but quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts expected, so be aware there is a hook echo on that, so that's a strengthening supercell here. This honestly looks like an outflow dominant cell here, so as long as we get a strong enough inflow notch, The only way we get a tornadic storm out of this is if we get a really strong inflow notch. If not, I think we're good for that. I think that's mostly going to produce damage in wind gusts. So really, what we're looking for, guys, is anything that pops up in here. Anything in here. If we get any cells to fire in this region, they're going to move into the moderate risk zone. This is the no-no zone here. This is where we don't want storms to enter, and if we do get supercells, which we already have some storms firing up here, then those are going to start to try to rotate and produce tornadoes. So that's why really it's these storms that we have to watch out for the most, but this is going to continue all day. I think back towards Texas, like this kind of cluster here will end up producing some damage and wind gusts. In fact, I think this will probably end up getting warned for 70-mile-an-hour winds, because we do have velocities indicative here of winds over 60 miles per hour. So, kind of rotation developing north of Longview, Texas. I think that's contamination. Let's see here. No, that is rotation. So we have rotation north of Longview, Texas. So we'll have to watch out for that. Nothing too crazy at the moment. Alright. I think we're good. We also have a lot of special marine warnings just off the coast here of New Orleans. We don't have a great look at these, but it looks like this one is rotating a lot, and I believe they're moving north here, so that's not good. We'll have to watch out for a tornado threat with that, obviously, because they will be producing waterspouts. Yeah, those are moving on shore there, so just gotta watch out for that. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about their location, I will try to answer them as best as possible. What's up, Sean? Yeah, we do have pretty big radar holes, obviously, up here to Jackson. North of Jackson here, this area is going to be kind of a dead zone, and this is where we could see a lot of strong tornadoes as well, so that's probably not going to be good. Okay, we'll probably end up having to use the Jackson radar. This is definitely going to be our most reliable radar. This is going to be huge, but the problem is the Monroe radar is out. It's completely out right now, so that's really not good. But if we can get that to work, that would be great. But it's just completely out. I don't know what's going on with that, but today's a horrible day for that to happen. Okay, inflow is actually starting to kick up here on our Linden and the Dangerfield storm near the Lone Star. So we'll have to watch out for a possible tornado threat with that. But I think we're good for now. Here in Virginia, it's gonna be bad when we see strong rotation in a radar hole. Yeah, but I think we'll be okay. I think it's not gonna be a huge problem, but it is definitely not great to have the Monroe radar out, because I believe that Monroe, Louisiana is in our moderate risk, if I'm not mistaken. Understand, Virginia, you're gonna have rain tomorrow. Yeah, it is pretty rainy across the Northeast and the eastern U.S. Alright. So yeah, as of right now, we're just kind of watching our storms in Texas as they get going here. And then we'll watch and see what our cells do. I'm eyeing this Minden cell here. I am. Because if this starts rotating, then this is going to enter that area, like I said earlier. This is moving north, so I don't know if this moves east. Let's see. Yeah, it's moving north, so this will likely struggle as the day goes on, so. But yeah, if you're in north of Longview, Texas here, 2 areas of rotation to watch out for. We have broad rotation near Lone Star or Linden, and also some rotation north of Longview, so. Okay, no hook echo going on with that, is that's probably just like a cluster here. I'd say this is probably producing some damage in wind gusts, like I said. isolated spots of over 60 miles per hour, I think is definitely possible with that. But yeah, Davis will be live. I think he said his dad is using the computer, so he's unable to go live right now, but I'm sure he will be live as soon as possible. We have another hook echo near Jenna, Louisiana here, so don't see any rotation with that because that's a very weak little baby supercell, but I mean, that probably just came out of nowhere. In fact, look, yeah, that is just now emerging out of this area here, so. Monroe's on the edge of the moderate risk. Yeah. I think Mr. Twister messaged me. Alright. So, yeah, if anybody's has any questions, once again, please let me know. So, yeah. Alright, Mr. Twister says he doesn't see that we're live, but we're live. Yeah, no, we're live. We're good. Alright, I think we're good. Let me turn that off so you guys don't hear that. Alrighty. Let me pull up stream chat. You're good, Mr. Twister. What's up? Alright, I'm gonna tune into Levi on here and I'm gonna take a look at what he's saying about this. Alright. Yeah, there it is. Some of that inflow starting to finally kick in. If it kind of breaks this wall here of outflow winds and breaks into it, which we are kind of seeing this pocket here, yeah, this is not good. This is going to start to rotate. In fact, this is already rotating. Right in here, I think we're going to start to see some concerning rotation. Also, secondary area just south of Linden. This is south of Highway 155. So, definitely a possible rotation going on there. So we'll have to watch down the line for that. Other than that, really nothing much going on. I think that's our only severe warning right now. So the other one in northern Louisiana has, I think, expired. So yeah, I apologize if you guys hear background noise. Washing machine is going. It's like the worst time possible. Yeah, everybody share this stream to as many people as possible, because this is a big day, and this is going to be a very helpful stream to a lot of people here. So, okay, so it looks like Brad Arnold is moving north, so he's probably targeting Jackson, Mississippi. And obviously, that's probably, if I were a storm chaser right now, I would probably position myself here on Highway 84. And kind of just wait for some storms to move into my area, and then I'd drive back to Jackson, and then move north here up Interstate 55. So a little confusing there, but I'd really target Alexandria, and then work my way to the east, and then move north, and then find myself somewhere around Jackson, because these storms are going to pop up here, and they're going to be moving like that, so pretty much you've got a good shot at seeing a tornado if you're using that plan. So okay, you don't hear the washing machine? That's good. Yeah, I apologize if you guys do. It's getting really tight on a rotation couple near Linden. Yeah, look at that inflow notch. Holy crap. Yeah, this is not looking good here. Honestly, let's see when this expires. So yeah, this expires in 18 minutes. So I would issue a new severe thunderstorm warning close to when this expires, and put the tornado possible tag unless it does get very, very tight. And then if it does get that tight, then we'll obviously issue the tornado warning. But yes, I do see that it's getting tighter. So quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are the threats with that storm as for right now. But we'll watch it. Do I use the default color tables? I don't believe so. I think I use the second option, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Davis is still not live. Alright, Davis just posted 55 minutes ago that there's less than an hour left until he goes live. So, what's up, Jesse? How's it going? Big day today, of course. Yeah, today's the day where everyone will be going live. So, yeah, we have a hook echo south of Linden near Jefferson, Texas now, but the thing is, I don't see rotation on this. I only see outflow winds, which it's a possibility, but I don't know. Because there could definitely be rotation starting to pick up in here. It's just we don't see any winds there. We don't see any inflow winds with that. Hold on. We're going to need to use a different radar for checking that. Too far away. Yeah, the only logistic radar is probably Shreveport, but there's no rotation on that. I don't think there is, luckily. It looks like it's got kind of the structure there that we're kind of looking for. There is a bit of a hook echo, but the inflow notch is starting to pick up in there, so we'll have to watch out for that. Check up on the stream chat. Davis just moved his stream back. Yeah. Dude, I think it's okay if you're not able to stream this morning. Honestly, there's a lot of tornado warnings that have been kind of going on in the past hour, but as for right now, everything's kind of chill. So really, the time you want to make sure that you're actually live is when these storms and these cells in Louisiana get going. So you don't need to worry just you can't go live this morning. Honestly, I wouldn't. If I couldn't go live this morning, I wouldn't be too upset about it because there's not much going on, but there is our tornado threat into Texas. Keep in mind, though, our 15% tornado threat does extend into parts of far eastern Texas. So, you just need to watch out for that. But these are kind of from our 10% area that you see here. Okay, but this is the 15% tour. That's whenever we get a storm in there, it's always worth watching, no matter what it's doing. Do I tell my parents when I go live? I do, yeah. Yeah, they know I'm live. Okay, there we go. There could be rotation. That's probably contamination because it's only a couple pixels, but there's something telling me that that's rotation. Because that's a pretty clear inflow notch there, so. Okay, we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know why, but it didn't play the sound. But, let's see here. That's for Hamburg, Montrose, Portland, Parkdale, Arkansas here. Okay, this is in our radar hole because the Monroe radar is out. Okay, but this is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There is a tiny pixel here of about 71 dBz's, but that is so far away from the radar site that that's unreliable. So, what's up, Sim? You're going live at 11 a.m. Central? My parents never join my streams now. I mean, they've probably tuned in, but I don't think they've chatted. Dude, I have no idea when the Monroe radar will be back. I think there might be a message, though. No message. Dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Davis. I'm gonna text him and see if he knows. Alright. I wouldn't say you're cooked if you're in Monroe. I mean, you have Shreveport radar. I mean, it's really far away, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. In this situation, I would honestly wish we had a radar right in, like, Lake Providence. This would be the best place for a radar site, so. Alright, I think we did get a flash flood warning for Corsicana, Texas area. South of Waxahachie. So I didn't realize this, but I guess Davis thinks Monroe radar is actually just from a university, and that he said, it's like a special university one that doesn't work. I always thought that was a radar. Well, that we can see. Yeah, the hook echo is definitely starting to develop there. Near Jefferson. I just need Mrs. Leave out. Let's freaking. Alrighty. Yeah, look how strong those outflow winds are here. Close to 60 miles per hour. That is wild. Let me make sure my alert sounds are on, actually. Yeah, no, it's on. There we go. That probably worked. Yep, there we go. Alright, we're back in business. No problem, soon. Gusts up to 52 miles per hour keeps rising at your house. Wow. It's a university radar. Alright, that makes much more sense. Okay. I don't know why, but I always thought that was an actual radar site that was like, I guess it's always it has to be from the National Weather Service. So we don't have a radar site that's out really. It's just a bad radar hole. So I apologize for the confusion with that. I just didn't even realize that. It's the radar scope image with the blue circle. Did I see the image? I guess for the. I did see that, Mr. Twister. I mean, honestly, it's pretty obvious though. I think we all kind of knew that it was going to be somewhere in here, because that OOZ HRRR run really just kind of gave it away. I mean, that was just insane. It's on the Monroe campus. Okay. So, everyone like up the stream. We're already at 10 likes, but share this stream. Please share it. Okay, we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. Why are the alert sounds not going off? I don't know why, but we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for our storm near McGee or Montrose here in Louisiana. Still, or Arkansas. Alright, still quarter size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts with that, so they will continue that severe warning. Dude, I don't know why I have my sound all the way up. I need that to go off though, because I don't want to miss out on that. Alright, we're just going to redo everything. and then it'll work probably. It does this sometimes. It's like a bug. It always does that where it stops working. We're gonna need that. And then we'll do the tornado warning as well. Do I hear a tornado warning? I don't. I thought I just heard a tornado warning go off. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I think the alert sounds is like always a problem. I'm just gonna like restart them. 20 seconds to the alarm. And let's do... Alright, should work now. Yeah, this is... I really wish we had a good view of the storm because both radar sites have this over 70 dBz, so I think there's a pretty large hail core with this, and it's also got a lot of lightning activity. And I mean, if we had a radar site closer, this storm could be rotating. We don't know if it's rotating or not, so this isn't good. It's still in our 10% hatched tornado threat. You got to keep that in mind. Just because the storm isn't in the 15% hatch doesn't mean it's gonna start. Doesn't mean it's not gonna start rotating. Like, if we didn't have the 15% hatch, we would have probably, you know, kind of looked at the storms the same and kind of, you know, treated them the same. So, you just got to keep that in the back of your mind. Like, just because it's not on the 15% hatch doesn't mean it's not gonna produce a tornado. Always remember that, especially for today. I don't think closing the app and reopening it is going to do it. What I usually do is just kind of go back in the settings and reset the whole thing. And just like kind of set it again. Kind of like how I did on stream. And then it should work. So we'll see what that does whenever we get another severe thunderstorm or tornado warning. I do have the desktop alert sounds on. Yes, even a 2% can produce a wedge tornado. We saw that yesterday. We saw almost a tornado outbreak yesterday, and it was a marginal risk. 2% tornado threat. So. Are they going to let this warning expire? This one? Probably not. I don't think it's looking as strong, but I would not let that expire. Okay, well, it did just expire, so they have to issue another one. I got a notification on X. Okay, we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning for that storm. So they did reissue it, and there we go. They did put on the tornado possible tag. So there is, we can confirm that there is definitely some rotation going on here. Okay, so that's going out for Oil City, Vivian, Houston, Plain Dealing, and Benton. Louisiana here. I think that's on the border, yep. Still did not work on the alert sound, so that's annoying. But that is still in effect. So I'm gonna make the border thing bigger. There we go. That looks better. Much better. And we'll do that for the tornado warning as well. Nice and thick. I like that. That looks good. So yeah. If you're in this area, get indoors and away from windows. If you're in Oil City, Vivian, Austin, Plaindale, Belcher, or Benton, Louisiana here. Okay, right now it's on top of you pretty much if you're in Jefferson. I know Jefferson, Texas is pretty big. Yeah, look at that hook echo. You can kind of see that starting to develop. So, we'll have to watch that. But they did slap on the tornado possible tag. As expected. Yeah, that is a pretty massive warning, actually. Yeah, this thing extends for... Yeah, wow, almost 40... This is like 43 miles. Huge warning here. So this does actually go through Interstate 49. So if you're traveling on Interstate 49, make sure that you are, being careful out there, because this is a very strong line of severe thunderstorms that are moving towards your area. Be ready for strong winds. Possible small hail, but also, rotation. And if this does get any tighter, it could surely happen before it gets into your area. So, ooh, I don't know what that sound was, but I know it got caught on stream. Considerable? Where do we have a considerable? Holy crap, yeah, we do have a considerable. Okay. So they have upgraded our Greenville storm to or a McGee storm to a considerable. So yeah, that makes much more sense, because this is a storm we pointed out just a couple minutes ago, where we did see many pixels of 70 plus dBZs. Okay, this is likely producing really large hail. So we have golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts on the storm near Jerome and Dermot. So that's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning there. That expires in 26 minutes. But if you're in this area, please get indoors and stay away from those windows, because golf ball size hail is enough to shatter windows. But yeah, that's a dangerous storm there. So, oh yeah, look at the hail spike as well. That is a mean hail spike, yeah. Thank you for letting me know, Weston. See, I didn't even realize that. I thought you were talking about the Texas one, so I was like, and if it were to have a considerable damage threat, it would definitely be for winds. But I didn't see that, so I knew it was this one. But yeah. So yeah, things are starting to pick up here. Still watching the possible rotation near Jefferson, and this is actually starting to pick up. So I don't believe this is actually contamination. I think this is real rotation, because it's been going on for a while now, and it lines up with our hook echo. So it would only make sense to be rotation. It's been rotating for a little bit now. So it's approaching Uncertain, Vivian, and Oil City, also Mooringsport. So look at the hail on CC. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have a CC drop, but because it's hail, so it's all contaminated, but this is all hail on the correlation coefficient, and we have a hail spike on the correlation coefficient. That is insane. I don't know why I drew an arrow there, but you can see that hail spike right here, but this is where our hail is. So right now over in Montrose, and I'm sure if we look at the vertically integrated liquid, we've got hail, and yeah, look at that, completely maxed out near Jerome, and lightning activity is picking up. This is our most dangerous storm right now. So if you're in Jerome, please get away from windows. That is a dangerous hailstorm. So I'm gonna kind of zoom out here so we can look at both storms. There we go. Watch McGee storm. Yeah, only reason why I'm really watching Vivian is just for the potential of gusty winds, damaging winds potentially, and some rotation. So we'll watch out for that. My phone keeps falling, so. Everything is falling. One second, everybody. Alright, there we go. Should be better. Ugh, excuse me. Yes, still some of that going on. Some of that rotation. It's approaching uncertain. Oil City, Vivian, Austin, plain dealing. Yeah, that's starting to kick up now, so it's still kind of broad. But if that tightens up, that could end up producing a tornado. So, if that does get any tighter, we'll probably see a tornado warning get put on that. If not, then I think, honestly, just the best thing to do is keep that tornado possible tag. Okay, so we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning, a 4-hour storm in Monticello. This is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We didn't see that because I was zoomed in on this storm, and also didn't play the alert sound. It'd be really helpful if we could do that today. That is just great. That's wonderful. So. Who knows, and maybe we'll do it for the tornado warnings. Yeah, Davis just said that this is unreal hailstorm. He's not wrong. Holy crap, are you serious? Okay, this is breaking news. The Storm Prediction Center is considering a high risk. Oh my gosh. There's no way. Chat, this is breaking news. The Storm Protection Center is considering upgrading to a high risk. Oh my gosh, dude. There's no way. Are we actually going to get a high... There's no way. What is up, Tico Von Labor? There's no way. Are we actually going to get a high risk? I don't know if that's old news, but... Oh my gosh. Isaac WX just said that on X. And that's a reliable source. Okay, what does that say? Yeah, that is just insane. The next update, I don't know when that will come out, but... That is just insane. Well, this is also crazy. This hailstorm in Arkansas is just wild. Yeah, golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Update in 3 minutes? Okay, that's crazy. Holy crap, everything is going down right now. Okay, so if they were to add a high risk, it would probably be somewhere in here. They'd extend the moderate risk and this enhanced risk. Okay, they could do that because the enhanced risk would eventually get pushed into areas that are getting hit by severe storms now. So if they were to put a high risk, they put it right in here. It'd probably be a 30% tornado threat. Probably, I don't even know if they would put 45% wind. But I mean, that is just crazy. Where does that even say? Wow. Yeah, so the next update is scheduled by 16:30 and it's 16:27. So in 3 minutes, we'll check back at this, and we could have a high risk on our hands. If we get a high risk, I will freak out. Oh my gosh, this is a destructive storm. We have baseball-sized hail in Jerome. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, hold on. We have a destructive storm. This is our first destructive storm of the day. If you're in Jerome, get indoors and away from windows now. If you're in Dermot, Jerome, McGee, or Arkansas City, you have massive baseball-sized hail heading up to you. This is a destructive storm. That is incredible. Wow. And that is... I am just speechless. That is insane. Just the fact that it's occurring this early. I mean, this would make sense for later in the day. But, like, at 9... It's literally 10:30 their time. Never would you expect baseball-sized hail at 10:30 in the morning. There's people that are probably waking up to hail shattering their windows. That is just wild. That is insane. I mean, if I were you guys, if I were y'all, I'd go live, honestly. That is crazy, though. If you're just now tuning in, we're covering a tornado outbreak across the Dixie Alley and Deep South. Okay, as of right now, we do have a destructive storm producing baseball-sized hail in Jerome, Arkansas. Or, excuse me, Dermot, Arkansas. This says that there should be... that the severe warning, they should go higher on that with 3+ inches. Wow. Okay, so they should update the SPC right now. They will update it very soon. It will come out in just a moment here. If they go high risk, though, that would be crazy. They might, honestly. Okay, the wording is probably on the Storm Prediction Center homepage, actually. Or no, it would be the same. So. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Yeah, do not drive through this hailstorm. I need to get back onto this. If one of the mods could let me know what the SBC does, that'd be great. No high risk. And we have a new tornado watch. Okay, a lot is going on right now. Okay, so I think the Storm Prediction Center just upgraded. Or they didn't upgrade, but they just updated. No, they did not. Where do you see no high risk? They expanded the moderate risk? Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know why it's not popping up here, but whatever. Yeah, still destructive hailstorm here near Dermot, Arkansas. So, get away from windows. It's on the homepage. Okay, I don't want to stay on this too long. I think that was the update. Nope. There we go. Okay, so they did extend the moderate risk farther to the north and east. So it does go into Arkansas as well. There we go. One second here. Alright. Yeah, so our moderate risk, our new moderate risk here. Dang it, I didn't even load. Still 50% hatched, obviously. But, yeah. Still have destructive baseball size hail out here near Greenville. And Dermot. Alright, there we go. Davis is live. NATO cast? Alright. Yeah, Davis just went live. 3 notifications. NATO. Oh. Sorry about that. Wow. NATOcast still has their 30% risk for tornadoes in western Mississippi. It honestly, everything's starting to look like western Mississippi may end up being the biggest area here. That is crazy. That is insane. Okay, whoa! We just gotta do a tornado warning, hold on. Did they warn it? No, it's a different cell. Hold on, a lot is going on right now. Okay, we just got a tornado warning north of Houston. We got a tornado warning north of Houston, okay. So, this is actually for the Houston suburbs here. Near Cypress. This is the area that just got hit by tornadoes the other day. We have rotation started to pick up here. This includes Harris County, Texas. Take over now. Move to an interior room here. Wow. Okay, finally, the washing machine has stopped. I'm so happy. Okay, but in all seriousness, we have a tornado warning for Houston here and Cyprus. That's a nasty hook echo as well. Look at that. If you're in this warning box, if you're in Cyprus, make sure that you're getting to shelter. Okay, well, we're gonna get a new warning on our hailstorm in just about 9 minutes. So we'll see if they increase the hail size, which they might. David said he wants them to increase it. So, and also the Storm Prediction Center I can confirm they did consider going high risk, but they did not, and I think that's pretty good. I don't personally think that they should have gone high risk, and they didn't. So. But one thing to note, they did add a 45% hatch wind threat, so I'm going to let the group chat know. That is insane, though. And there we go, Ryan is also live. So they have added the 45% chance of seeing damaging wind gusts here within 25 miles of a given location for this little part of the moderate risk here of north central Louisiana into portions of western Mississippi. So if you're in the pink shade, you have a very high chance of seeing damaging wind gusts today. Yeah, but we have this is really annoying. We have a tornado warning all the way in Houston, but we also need to watch our storms up in Arkansas and stuff. But there is actually some pretty strong rotation going on right here. But this is impacting a populated area, so this is going up towards Bridgeland and Cypress Lakes as well. Okay, not on the ground. But a tornado is imminent, so get to shelter. But yeah, Davis is live. Yeah, everybody's going live. Okay, so Davis just said we'll probably see that new tornado watch, which I did mention earlier. That will most likely be PDS, so I think we can kind of clear that. Yeah, he's already got over 50 people watching him, so he's good. Oh, wow. Okay, so rotation is really starting to pick up here. Look at that, guys. That is close to producing a tornado. Yeah, we have gate-to-gate shear of 80 miles per hour. So, if you're in Cyprus, this is getting close to producing a tornado, unfortunately, in the far suburbs of Houston. We also have, obviously, our baseball-size hail. Okay, so they have decreased this. They have downgraded it to lime-size hail. But that expires in 4 minutes, so the storm actually did look like it was starting to weaken out a little bit, so I think that's the right move there. Alright, but now it's back up to 70 dBz, so we'll probably see another destructive severe warning. if that continues. A lot of activity right now is starting to pick up. We have 4 severe warnings and 1 tornado warning. But that is getting closer, predicting a tornado in Houston. I think, oh wow, look at that. Yeah, that is not good. No CC drop yet, though. So, that's the only good part with this. Okay, so if anybody's wondering what just happened, the Storm Prediction Center did announce that they did consider going high risk for today. They did not go high risk. They just kind of extended the moderate risk, but they did add a 45% hatch wind threat. Okay, so this is now a high-end moderate risk, very close to a high risk here. That means that the forecast has increased. So the confidence in the fact that we will see a major tornado outbreak has certainly increased over the past couple of hours. So it's more and more likely that we'll probably will see a PDS tornado watch come out, meaning that it is a particularly dangerous situation. You only see those a couple times per year. We've only seen those, a couple times this year. But those are reserved for the biggest of outbreaks. So that means that today is really being considered a day that we might really have to remember, or we will remember. But things are really not looking good right now. Really not looking good. Okay, if I can turn on dew points, that would be good, because I do want to take a look at what we have going on. Okay, so if you look at dew points right now, if we pull this up, let me see if that will load. Yeah, so yeah, dew points right now are in the, already getting into the lower 60s here. A dew point of 66 degrees was already reported south of Shreveport. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I'm telling you guys right now, if any storms get in this environment here, things are going to go downhill. Because we already have dew points in the lower 70s and upper 60s. Wow. I'm messaging the group chat here. So we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is an extension or a new warning here for our storm near Arkansas City. This is the big hailstorm here. Okay, it's still lime-size hail. Alright, so they did not upgrade the threat, but it's still definitely a considerable storm there. 60-mile-per-hour winds, and they did also put on, strangely, the tornado possible tag. I don't see any rotation. There could be rotation in here. It's just that we have a really horrible look at it. And that bad look will continue to get worse because this is probably the worst radar hole in the country right now, because this is moving north, so this is just going to get farther and farther away from our Little Rock radar. And the closest radar to that, I think, is Memphis. Is there a radar in Memphis? There's not even a radar in Memphis. That is just, oof. So yeah, our look at that storm is going to get worse and worse. But I will tell you right now, the fact that you see dew points already in the upper 60s and low 70s here across the across sections of western Mississippi, that's not good. You don't want that. You want lower dew points so that the storms have trouble today, but I don't think these storms are gonna have any problem. And now we have a tornado on the ground in Houston. Let's see here. It's radar indicated still, but Davis just sent me a message. Let's look at correlation coefficient. Hook echo still going. Yeah, like I said, this was very close to producing a tornado, and there it is. There it is. That's the CC drop. Okay, if you're just now tuning in, we have a tornado on the ground in Houston. Look at that velocity couplet. Yeah, look at that velocity couplet there. That is strong rotation, and we likely have a tornado in progress here in Houston, Texas. This is not good at all. They need to push this to observed here. It's a little CC drop, but that's it. It lines up perfectly with velocities. So if you're just now tuning in, we are tracking a tornado outbreak across the Dixie Island Deep South, but we also do have a tornado on the ground in Houston, which is really bad. What's up, Dominic? So yeah, if you're in Houston, get to shelter now, but this is moving right up towards Bridgeland, and unfortunately, this is a very populated area here. So, let's see. This is moving towards, what does that say? Katy Hockley Road. And it's gonna go up towards Highway 99 near Bridgeland. If this hits Bridgeland, that's not good. Okay, so I'd imagine this is probably a very weak rope tornado, but it is getting a little bit stronger, I'd say. And that debris signature is starting to spread out a little bit as well. But there it is. That's your hook echo. Or, excuse me, your velocity couplet. You do also have a hook echo, but... yeah, if you're in Cypress or if you are in Bridgeland, you've got a tornado in progress moving up from your south to your south. So get to shelter right now. Also, if you're in Coles Crossing and villages of Cypress Lakes, that goes out for you guys as well. I mean, the tornado one doesn't go out to you, but you know, just get to shelter even if it doesn't. I don't think this is gonna go PDS Weston. This is a very weak tornado. It's still radar indicated. Wow. Okay, so they condensed the warning. They haven't pushed this to observed. I think that's a pretty clear CC drop. This is certainly on the ground, though. But no, this is not going to go PDS. If it gets strong, like if it gets really strong, it could definitely go PDS, because this is going to a very populated area. But as for now, I think it's just so weak that it's probably not going to go PDS. But I get your thought there, just because it's a very populated area. But we do need to watch out for that. So we're probably going to stay zoomed in on this for a while, and then we'll get back to our hailstorm in Arkansas. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's getting stronger. That isn't good. That's strengthening. Yeah, that's a much bigger CC drop there. That's a lot more concerning. So if you're just now tuning in, we have a tornado currently in progress in the suburbs of Houston, Texas here, near Bridgeland and Cypress, Texas. We have a pretty large CC drop with this as well, so this is not good. Yeah, but there's your velocity couplet. So we're going to do a double split screen here. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about the location, let me know and I will answer them as honestly and accurately as possible. Alright, but we got to make sure that we're staying on this storm because this is a populated area and this tornado is starting to get a lot stronger. So okay, let's look at velocities there. I will put correlation coefficient here. Yeah, that is not good, that CC drop. So this is approaching Bridgeland, Texas, and Cypress, Texas. So if you know anybody out in the Houston suburbs, make sure that they're aware of the situation going on right now. This is in the northeastern suburbs of Houston. Or sorry, northwestern, my bad. this tornado is moving up pretty much just like this. So it's going to go towards Bridgeland. So the next scan will really tell us a lot here. But yeah. Not good. Still very strong correlation coefficient drop there. It's gonna go up, it's gonna cross Highway 99 in Bridgeland. But we'll wait for those velocities to update. Still a really big correlation coefficient drop there. Okay, Max Velocity just tweeted on X. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but if you don't, he's a very reliable weather streamer. He also does severe weather coverage. He's got like over 600,000 followers or subscribers. He just said that if the uptrend continues in the forecast, we may see a upgrade to a high risk at the 2 p.m. update. But I never expected it to see tornado this strong in Houston, Texas. But unfortunately, this is what we have to talk about right now, and it's still on the ground. And that CC drop is 2 miles wide, so really not good stuff. Yeah, those line up perfectly. So right now it's on this road here, north of West Road. K. Hockley Road. If anybody is on that road, make sure that you're getting off and getting to shelter. I don't know why my phone isn't glitching out. So yeah, if you're just now tuning in, we have a strong tornado in Houston, Texas. Look at that debris signature. This is unfortunately entering western Bridgeland. That's not good. Yeah, but if anybody has any questions about their location, please let me know. Yeah, look at velocities. They have really started to increase here again. So, not the strongest of tornadoes, but it's definitely getting stronger. I don't know why this is still radar indicated. I mean, it's been on the ground for a couple minutes now. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there it was. That was the CC drop. And then it's still on the ground. So honestly, it's getting stronger, if anything. So, the Storm Prediction Center may upgrade to a high risk on their 2 p.m. outlook. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but things are really starting to look a little dicey here. Okay, so the tornado is in Bridgeland, but I do think it's starting to lift as there is probably debris fallout. Usually when you see these lighter colors on correlation coefficient, okay, that's when the funnel is either just very, very lightly touching the ground or it's usually lifting. So we still have debris falling out of the sky, though, if you're in western Bridgeland. So please also stay in your shelter here. Equally as dangerous of a situation, because obviously debris falling is what kills people in tornadoes. So that expires in 3 minutes. Okay, so we'll probably see a new tornado warning for that. But I think the tornado warning, the actual tornado, I think it's lifted or lifting in progress. So yeah. So, yeah, debris falling out of this tornado here, and you can see just as the scans come in that this tornado just keeps getting a little bit lighter here on the debris signature with the correlation coefficient. So, still some debris falling out of the sky there, but we just had a brief but fairly strong tornado in Houston, Texas, so I think we're good with that. But still, stay in your shelter if you're in Cyprus. We should definitely check back on our other storms and also our dew points, because, oh my gosh, it's just been a couple minutes and we already have, I'm going to say right now, they might go high risk. They really could go high risk, and we have a lot of storms that we need to talk about still. But they might go high risk because we have already dew points in the 70s, and we thought that they were going to struggle to get into the lower 70s, but the fact that it's not even the afternoon yet and we already have dew points getting into the 70s, I mean, look at this. We have dew points, we have a 74-degree dew point already in central Louisiana, and it's not even noon yet. That is just wild. Alright, but if you're just now tuning in, we are covering our major severe weather outbreak across the Dixie Alley, so we will be live here for most of this event. I'm going to be live for as long as possible, but the Storm Prediction Center is considering upgrading their day 1 outlook to a high risk, level 5 out of 5 risk. So right now, we'll turn this on here, and you can see we do have a moderate risk of severe weather. This does include areas of central Louisiana into eastern Texas, also parts of central Mississippi, and then finally into eastern Alabama there. Alright, so that does include Meridian, that includes Jackson, Monroe, areas north of Baton Rouge. So please just make sure that you are being extra weather aware today. If you're in any of this, if you're in the slight risk, enhanced risk, moderate risk, even the marginal risk, slight risk as well. You just got to be careful. I mean, look, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. We had a destructive severe thunderstorm in our slight risk area. All right, that just goes to show that there's a lot of potential with everything going on today. We have baseball-sized hail in this area, and this area is in the slight risk. So that's just wild stuff. Okay, I believe we did just get a new tornado warning. I don't think it's popped up yet, but okay, so they did issue another tornado warning, I believe, for our tornado in Houston. Still radar indicated there. All right, but that is going out for Cyprus. Still a pretty nasty hook echo there. That's in our marginal risk, and we already have we had a tornado on the ground there, so that's also another thing to really talk about there. So yeah. But that tornado is no longer in progress, could definitely recycle and could produce another tornado, because it's going to go on to enter a much more favorable area. It's just the farther it's going to go, the more likely it's going to have to produce another tornado, because it's moving into our slight risk, our enhanced risk, our moderate risk, and who knows, we could see a high risk get issued. So lots of potential with today. But everyone like the stream and share the stream to as many people as possible so that everyone's aware of what's going on. Alright, the whole goal of this stream is to make sure that we bring severe weather coverage of people being affected. But let me turn that off again. And we'll get right back to things. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, please let me know in chat. Man. Yeah, I'm just getting some pictures of soundings in some of these areas. Your pod fell out. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Yeah, so if you're just now tuning in, we are covering our major severe weather outbreak here. Okay, I believe we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning north of Shreveport. Okay, this is a pretty massive warning, but this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. It does have the tornado possible tag. This is for Spring Hill, Benton, Minden, Cotton Valley, and Haynesville, Louisiana here. Alright, it does have a pretty sharp contrast with this line, so this is likely producing some strong winds, as velocities are indicative here of some stronger winds. So, if you're in this area, please get indoors and away from windows there. But back to our line-sized hailstorm. This is approaching Highway 61 as this is crossing into Mississippi. Alright, but radar coverage will continue to get worse and worse here because we do not have a radar site close to this. I just realized we do have a radar site just north of Memphis, so that'll actually help out a lot. So yeah, that storm will continue to move out of the more favorable region, because dew points are still trying to rise into this area, but where our moderate risk is, we already have dew points in the low 70s and upper 60s, and it's only like 11 o'clock there. It's just 12:04 Eastern, so... Okay, back to the Storm Prediction Center. They will issue their next outlook at 2000Z. So 20:00Z. So right now it's 17:00Z. So that will be in 3 hours. So at about 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, we will get our next SBC update, and that's where we could see a high risk. Oh my gosh, look at that. Considered a upgrade to high for this area, but will maintain the ongoing moderate after consultation with local WFOs. Strong track tornadoes and widespread damage winds are possible in the region. Okay, so they might still issue the high risk, but they have considered it, so. They did say they will maintain the moderate risk though, so we'll probably not see a high risk. Yeah, so very, very concerning things concerning stuff going on right now. So it doesn't even matter if we do get a high risk or not, because all you gotta do is just make sure you're paying extra attention, you know, being extra weather aware today, because it's just equally as dangerous of a day. We still got really strong storms north of Houston here. We still have a tornado warning here for Cypress, and it's observed. Is this on the ground again? Did that briefly just touch down again? I don't see another CC drop. They issued an observed warning after the tornado lifted. Yeah, the tornado already lifted. I don't see a CC drop with this. Velocities also aren't strong, so if we were to see a CC drop, it'd be right in there, and there's nothing, so. It says it's on the ground, but it's not. That's an old warning, I think. That should be radar indicated. Okay, so they have decreased the hail size to a ping pong ball size hail in Arkansas City storm, so that is starting to lose some steam there. Yeah, it doesn't even have 60 dBz yet, so that hail core is starting to decrease in severity as we expected, because the dew points are starting to drop in as this kind of moves to the north there. So that will likely fizzle out. Alright, we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Shreveport. This includes Shreveport. This also does include Wascom, Greenwood, and a good chunk of Interstate 41, Stonewall as well. Okay, this is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. It does have the tornado possible tag. Also for hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Just small hail there. Alright, but if you look at velocities, once again, indicative of some strong winds there. Also have some spin up rotation near Bethany, so that's why they do have the tornado possible tag on that. But more and more of this line is starting to get warned here, so that will end up producing some damage in wind gusts. We'll probably get some reports of wind damage soon enough. I think we have initiation here of ourselves in Louisiana and Texas. This is the beginning of our outbreak. I don't know why it's glitching out like that. Your stream is underperforming so far compared to yesterday's. I'm doing so well though. Appreciate that, Mr. Twister. Yeah, so make sure that you are just, once again, staying extra weather aware. That's all I gotta say, really. But if you're in Shreveport, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. You're probably gonna get a round of heavy downpours with gusty winds. Definitely possible trees down, power lines down, and maybe even some small hail. But hail is definitely not concerning at all with this particular storm. So. Okay, there it is. There's a tornado report. So that tornado report, let's see. That's from 11:55, so that's about 15 minutes ago. 1 mile west of Cypress, Texas here. Okay, sighted near the intersection of Highway 290 and Spring Cypress Road. This is still observed, so I think this might still be on the ground. That's where the tornado report was, and that's literally where this might still be on the ground. We might still have a tornado in progress here. No CC drop, so it's probably a very weak tornado, but apparently we have a tornado ripping through areas of Cypress, Texas here. So we have to still watch this. Excuse me. Yeah, we need to watch out for that. Someone just said there's a high risk. I don't think there's a high risk. That would be very... Let's see. they'll probably issue a mezzo discussion if they were to issue a high risk. Okay, so here's another mezzo discussion. The severe threat continues across Tornado Watch 718. All severe hazards remain possible. Okay, so that's definitely pretty concerning there. But another tornado watch will definitely be issued. Okay, severe threat may increase over southeast Arkansas into far northeast Louisiana over the next few hours. Damaging gusts, large hail, and perhaps a few tornadoes are all possible. So this is actually for that same area as where our strong hailstorm is. So, a lot going on right now. But, yeah, still are moderate risk in effect. Yeah, so that tornado likely lifted, and I guess it's back on the ground now, because we have a new report in Cypress, Texas. So, yeah, I mean, velocities do show, decent rotation, so there might as well be a tornado on the ground here. It's observed, because we got the report, so there is a report of a tornado on the ground here, ripping through the villages of Cypress Lakes. But there is no CC drop, so it's either, I don't even know, it's probably, I'm just assuming it's a very weak tornado, but there is a report there, so we'll have to watch that still. Once again, dew points are already rising into the 70s, which is just insane. I feel like every time we look back at this, the dew points get higher, and this is, if we were to see a high risk, this is the reason why, and the fact that we already are seeing dew points in the 70s is not good. Yeah, there's no high risk. I was just looking, Jack, in Davis's chat said that there's a high risk, but there's not a high risk. I think he meant to ask if there was a high risk, but no, there is no high risk at this time. And I doubt there will be. I think they did say that they will keep the, moderate risk. They will maintain it. So yeah, these storms in Texas are approaching a pretty favorable environment here. Dew points in the high 60s there, so. But we likely have a tornado on the ground in Houston right now. So we do have a radar site right here, actually. That's a terminal radar, because there's likely an airport right here. Can't really look at much with that, though. We'll have to use the Houston radar. League City. Yeah, so if you're just not tuning in, we have a tornado on the ground in Cypress, Texas. This is moving toward Clen. But yeah, this is not good. Yeah, it cannot see velocities on that, but there's an airport. Yeah, but also if you're in Shreveport, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows, as we do have a strong line here of thunderstorms moving towards the radar site actually as well. And that would not be good at all. So let's hope that that does not knock out the radar site, because for now that's probably our most reliable and useful radar site. We will definitely need the Alexandria radar and eventually the Jackson, Mississippi radar. So we're okay. We have enough radar sites, but there's still a bit of a radar hole for some of those areas that are in the 15% hatch tornado threat. So yeah, still a tornado possible tag with that, as we could definitely see some spin up rotation. Yeah, still pretty tight velocity couplet there. There could be a CC drop. This might be a CC drop right here. It's incredibly light, and that's probably contamination. But it does kind of line up with our velocity couplet there. So we'll have to see what that kind of does over the next couple scans. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about location, please let me know. So. Okay, I'm gonna share the stream to my X account. So give me just a second. Okay. There we go. Let's put that up. And then we are good to go. Yeah, so no more tornado reports at this moment here in Cyprus. So I'm not sure if we have a tornado on the ground now. Okay, so it is radar indicated now. So we likely do not have a tornado on the ground anymore in Cyprus. Alright, that tornado is likely lifted, but there was a very brief debris signature, I believe. It was a couple pixels, but it was like right there. I think, yeah, that was it. Very brief. So if you're just not tuning in, we are covering our major severe weather outbreak and tornado outbreak across the Dixie Alley. Alright, we do have a moderate risk in effect from the Storm Prediction Center, 15% hatch tornado threat with that as well. Alright, but they did add a 45% chance for seeing damage and wind gusts, so that is a huge upgrade with that. And they did consider going high risk, which they did not. I do believe they did say that they will maintain the moderate risk, but there's another update coming in at 3 o'clock Eastern. And I did hear that there's another chance of going high risk, but that's very unlikely, so we'll see. I think it's still kind of possible, though, because if you look, we already have dew points in the upper 60s and low 70s, and it's only about 11:30. It's not even, noon yet, and we already have these high, dew points this high, so really concerning stuff going on right now, to say the least. But if anybody has any questions about their location, please let me know in chat, and I will answer them as accurately and honestly as possible. But also, feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from, because I definitely do want to give you guys, obviously, the best coverage as possible for wherever all of y'all are tuning in from, so. So yeah, still some broad rotation near Klein and Tomball in Texas here. So still watching out for that possible tornado threat. Okay. And we also do have Lime-Size Hail north of Greenville, Mississippi here. So please be aware of that as well. So that is still a considerable thunderstorm. That is west of Cleveland, Mississippi there, just across the border of Arkansas and Cleveland, so. We also have a flash flood warning south of DFW, Texas, near Waxahachie, Texas, near Interstate 45. So. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that, but a couple days ago we had a couple of tornadoes in this general area. And it looks like we're going to see that again, as we do have one cell here near Cypress that has a history of producing two tornadoes, one being very strong, and that second one briefly touched down. But I do think the storm itself just kind of recycled. But it could obviously do it again, so dew points in the 60s there, so storm also has a history of producing a tornado. What's up, Jack? So yeah, if you're just now tuning in, we are covering our major tornado outbreak here across the Dixie Alley and the Deep South. Alright, we have a moderate risk in effect from the Storm Prediction Center. They did consider going high risk, and there still is a chance, I believe, but it's very unlikely. They will most likely maintain the moderate risk, unless things really do start to pop off. So. DGFS showed temps at 24 for Miami and a high of 35. That's crazy. But yeah, we do have some potentially damage and wind gusts here across the Shreveport area. We have two severe warnings here both producing wind gusts of 60 miles per hour and some small hail with that. That does also have the tornado possible tag, so just be aware of some possible rotation that could start developing there. And we also have, obviously, our hailstorm out in sections of Mississippi. This has really fallen off, actually. This is what we expected to happen, though. Alright, this was previously warned for baseball-size hail, but now it's all the way back down to quarter-size hail, so another severe warning with that. So definitely has a history of producing large hail, so if you're in Shelby, Cleveland, Boyle, Arkansas City, I mean, it's pretty much past you at this point, but, you know, all of y'all have the potential to see some large hail with that, so. But that is a weakening storm. Yeah, so this is looking like much more of a messy storm here near Tomball in Texas, and that tornado warning will expire in 2 minutes. We'll see if they continue it. I doubt they will. There's some rotation still going on there, though, so we'll see. Alright, well, apparently we do have clearing in the clouds there on satellite, so if we look at this for a second here, and I will explain this for a second. So yeah, this is really not good. You see how we do have clearing? Let me go zoom in with this, but so there is a little bit of a break in the clouds right here across sections of Louisiana and into Mississippi. Okay, this is not good because this creates instability, and if you get instability, then you are definitely going to have the threat for seeing some severe storms. So just that's really not good. That's not going to help our it's going to help our severe threat, but it's not going to help our chances of not seeing a massive outbreak there. So alright. So we did just get a new tornado warning. This is 4-hour Cypress tornado here. Alright, still radar indicated. Still do have some rotation with that, so we will watch out for that. But the tornado threat with that, I would say, is starting to decrease a little bit. Okay, so the severe warning north of Shreveport does expire in 14 minutes. So we will see if they issue another one. I will say the line definitely does not look nearly as impressive as it did. You know, we can look at this back, let's go 30 frames here, and just look at the progression of this. If this line starts to kind of decrease here, that's going to clear up everything for our tornado threat, so that's not good. Yeah, that is starting to weaken out a lot. Yeah, the atmosphere right now is very violent and very unstable. once again, any cells that get going across this region are going to have the possibility of producing a tornado. And they're going to have the capability of doing it. And we already have initiation. Look at all these cells here. These are going to explode eventually. They're very minor yet. They're very minor now, but they are, I mean, I'm telling you guys, these are going to grow upscale very soon, very quickly. Because they are in a very favorable environment. So. So yeah, if you're just now tuning in, please let me know where you're watching from so I can give you guys the latest on your forecast. What's up, Jesse? It's going alright. But yeah, if anybody has any questions about the location, please let me know and I'll answer them as accurately, as honestly as possible. But things are pretty quiet for the most part. We have definitely gotten a little bit more active as we did have that tornado in Houston. And then we do have some severe storms across the Shreveport area, but really, other than that, we're kind of just watching what our storms do as they start to fire up here across sections of central Louisiana, and they will make their way into portions of Mississippi as well. So we're watching for that tornado threat to increase. But instability is starting to pick up as well, because we did just look at satellite, and you can see here, if I pull this up, you can see the clouds are starting to break a little bit. Okay, that's a very, very unstable environment. Whenever you see kind of cloudiness like this, where you see, not much instability there, alright, that's when the atmosphere is very stable, and so you don't really see production of those severe storms and no convection. So, what's up, Dominic B? What's up, YTZ Racer? What EF level? I do not know what you are talking about. If you're talking about the tornado in Houston, I don't know, because they have not rated it yet. Is it going to be fine? Are you talking about, like, the event? Because, I think that we're definitely going to see a pretty wild scenario play out, but, I don't know really what you mean by that. Is it gonna be fine? Yeah, so we're still watching to see what our cells down by Alexandria start doing. Alright, but that's the beginning of our outbreak. We've already seen tornadoes today, though. Many tornado warnings as well. Alright, so this one expires in 10 minutes. They may reissue one, but if not, then I think we're going to be okay with that. And then really we gotta just watch what happens here in Houston. Should get people to safety. I mean, honestly, that's really when you get a tornado warning. That's when you really gotta make sure people are getting to safety. But as of right now, it's just, kind of just waiting for everything to happen. So I wouldn't say necessarily you need to get people to safety as of right now, but in the future, if you get a tornado warning, obviously. So, yeah. But, trust me, things will get much more active, and we are not expecting much to happen as of right now. We're already seeing a lot of activity. Alright, but if you're wondering what's going on with the event, the main event is going to be happening really right after 4 o'clock Eastern, so we still have a long way to go before things get active. We're just waiting for those cells down here near Alexandria and southern portions of Louisiana to really get going, and those will move their way into Mississippi there, and then that environment is going to cook up and heat up there. like a tea kettle. So yeah, everyone like the stream if you haven't already. And make sure you're subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any live streams, because if we do end up ending off this live stream, we will obviously be live again today. We'll be live many times today whenever things get more active. But if we don't have any severe warnings and that tornado warning does expire, we will probably end off the live stream. But for now, I think we're going to stay live because we do still have some stuff to talk about here. So our next Storm Prediction Center update should come in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from now. Or actually, I guess 3 hours, so we will wait for that. But for now, we have a moderate risk of severe weather, level 4 to 5 risk, so. Yeah. Yeah, back down to our Houston cell here. So, if we were to get another tornado, we get rain wrapped here, but, ooh, wow. Things are really starting to ramp up here with our, velocity couplet. Yeah, we have strong gauge shear here. We have 48 against, 46, so close to 90 mile per hour gauge shear. So, yeah. Yeah, things are still getting very tight with this. Yeah, so rotation is starting to pick up a little bit here near Spring, Texas, Spring Hills, and Avanoc. but kind of just, looking around out here for some areas we need to spot. Okay, so the severe warning ends in 4 minutes, so we will probably see that no longer continue, unless we do get an upgrade in those, or I guess not an upgrade, but if we do get a strengthening in those winds there. Alright, but that's near Cotton Valley. Still quarter size sail south of Clarksdale, Mississippi, though. Yeah, this cell does not look nearly as strong as it did like a half hour ago. So if you're just not tuning in, we are covering our major severe weather outbreak and tornado outbreaks. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please turn on notifications, because we will be live again later today for the main event, which will be our major tornado outbreak. So the Storm Prediction Center did actually consider going high risk today. But they did not. Still a very, very dangerous day today, though. And if you look, we already do have dew points in the 70s, and it's not even, it's still only like 11:40 out here, so this is really, really just concerning stuff. But I believe we did just get a new tornado warning here for our spring storm, where this was continued. So it's still rotation going on with that. Alright, but this storm has a history of producing a tornado, and has a history of producing a strong tornado there. Alright, but this is just going to be a very, very busy day. And if we do get any cells that pop up here, which we will, obviously, in Louisiana, they will eventually move in a much more favorable environment, and they will be able to produce tornadoes. I don't know what's going on with radar mega there. Holy. Hold on. There we go. We're back. So, if you guys have any questions about your location, please let me know, and I will answer them as quickly as possible. I don't know what is going on with my radar mega, but it's kind of tripping out. You're watching multiple streams? No, that's fine. Yeah, I know the viewership's been a little bit down on this stream, but hopefully YouTube can get us into the algorithm. I know Davis has been pushed into the algorithm a lot, so he's got, about 90 to 100 viewers watching right now, but we're chilling. Definitely would be nice to get that many, but, the whole point of doing this is just to make sure that people are staying extra weather aware. Okay, so that severe thunderstorm warning has expired, and they will probably no longer issue one for Cotton Valley and Benton area, but please also be aware of the possible threats of some decently gusty winds, some lightning, some thunder, and some heavy downpours there. That will likely be the same for our Shreveport storm, as that line is kind of falling apart here, so. Okay, we also did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning north of Houston here. Okay, this is for areas south of Huntsville here, near New Waverly, or Livingston here. Alright, that is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Alright, so please be aware of that. Alright, also possible rotations starting to develop there. We also have a hook echo, so this is also going to be something to watch for a possible tornado threat later. So, a lot of lightning activity going on inside that storm there. Look at that. already breaking in the clouds out there in League City. I mean, that just shows you that's not even in our enhanced risk, I don't think. And we still have instability, so, you know, things are getting really active. You're doing great, just keep grinding. Yeah, I mean, appreciate that, but that's all you gotta do, honestly, in these situations. Whenever you don't have that many viewers, gotta just keep grinding. Still got rotation going on in Spring, Texas. Okay, so they did actually issue another severe thunderstorm warning. I'm sorry that the sounds they don't work, but we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning here for the storm north of Shreveport. It doesn't look that strong to me, but I guess they did say that they did think it deserves another severe warning. So that's for Spring Hill, Cullen, Hansville, Homer, Minden, and Cotton Valley. That's for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So get indoors and away from windows. The storm is capable of producing damaging winds and large hail, and a tornado watch remains in effect until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for a portion of northwest Louisiana. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions about their location, let me know. There's not much happening right now, so it's kind of why there's not really saying much right now. But looks like Davis has ended his live stream. But I believe Levi is still alive. Yes. Okay, we got a... Wow. Okay. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for College Station, Texas. That is the weirdest polygon ever. Is that even a polygon? That is wild. So that is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. I'm screenshotting that only because it's the weirdest thing ever. Look at that. Yeah, but that is also going to start producing damaging wind gusts. Kind of the beginning of our line of damaging wind gusts here. Looks like a sideway bird. Yeah, it's the weirdest shape of all time. Alright, we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. They continued the one for Shreveport. Wow. Okay, but this does include Houghton, Ringgold, and Mansfield in Louisiana here. Alright, that's for 6 mile per hour wind gusts. Those are the tornado possible tag, and for small hail. So we now have 6 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning. So we'll check back in on that. So yeah, still rotation going on near Spring, Texas here. It is actually fairly tight. Alright, but I would not say that a tornado is imminent. This does have a history of producing multiple tornadoes, one being pretty strong. Alright, but there is no tornado on the ground with that at the moment. And we also have our storm north of Greenville. That is likely below severe limits there, so that will likely expire with that severe warning. Yeah, that doesn't even really look like much anymore. Although there is a storm near McGee that could definitely get severe warned, as it is probably trying to develop a hail core, but it is entering a much less favorable environment, so we would probably see that also go on the downtrend. Alright, but if you're wondering what area we're talking about, really all of these areas here across Mississippi and Louisiana, our storm chasers are resting up there, gearing up for what's to come. But we'll probably see a kind of tornado threat later today. Could also have some rotation developing south of Spring, Texas. This is all in the Houston suburbs, if you're wondering. But right here is probably our strongest area of rotation, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, honestly. So if you're just now tuning in, we are covering our major tornado outbreak live here on YouTube. Alright, but make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications, because you do not want to miss out on any more live streams. We will be live later today, obviously, for more tornado outbreak and severe weather coverage here, so we will go live if necessary. But for now, things are pretty quiet for the most part. Oh, I didn't realize that, but we did just get a special weather statement. Expires in 5 minutes, though. It is for part of this line here. I don't know when that was issued, but at 10:58 a.m. Central Standard Time, Doppler radar was tracking line and strong thunderstorms extending from 7 miles south of Beckville to near Blanchard, or extending from 9 miles west of Carthage to 11 miles northwest of Shreveport, moving east at 35 miles per hour, wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour, and half-inch size hail. So this will most likely no longer get a severe warning. Still has a tornado possible tag, though. Yeah, there's a rotation in Spring, Texas. Still monitoring that for a possible tornado threat. So we'll see. They probably will issue another tornado warning for that. And then we do have our storm south of Huntsville, Texas here. That is trying to start rotating. It's pretty far away from the radar site. Alright, but there could definitely be some rotations around there. Alright, we did get a special weather statement for our storm near Rockdale and Cameron. This is our storm that just did get severe warned. I don't know why, but just now the special weather statements are all showing up. I didn't even see that. We also have another special weather statement for the north side of the storm that isn't severe warned. Okay, that is just sub severe limits there, so wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and half-inch hail. So just be aware of that. Okay, so they have, I believe, reissued this this tornado warning here. So it's still radar. Nope, they've condensed the warning here. So tornado warning continues here for areas north of Spring, Texas. And yeah, still very tight rotation around there. This is close to producing another tornado, I'd say. So they will most likely reissue that tornado warning if that does continue there. Your stream keeps freezing. That sucks. It's not your computer. Gosh. Can you close the door, please? Thank you. Yeah, this would be the third time it produces a tornado, so that would be wild. But yeah, things are starting to pick up. You're watching that same storm? Alright. We have a hook echo south of Spring with also some rotations. That will be something to watch, and if that does get stronger and tighter, that might get tornado warned. So, if you're east of Oak Ridge, north, things are definitely starting to increase there in activity and rotation. Wow, look at the hook echo on this thing, actually. You can actually kind of see that, though. That is wild. Look at that. That's not good. It's pretty good structure from radar. So yeah, that's getting ready to try to produce another tornado, I think. I'm gonna let the group chat know. So, just gonna kind of sit here and watch, see what that thing does, but they're gonna need to reissue a tornado warning because that tornado will move out of the warning box shortly. So, yeah, but things are definitely getting a little bit more concerning here with that storm. Yeah, but we have gauge here of about 35 against like 59, so we have about like 80 to 90 gauge here, 80 to 90 miles per hour. Apparently, Ryan Hoyle just said that this is an unbelievable setup for tornadic potential. Wow. Yeah, that's really crazy. That's from Davis. Okay, there's a new tornado warning that we needed. Okay, that's a much bigger tornado warning there. That expires in 44 minutes, but that's going all the way out to Splendora, Patton Village, Rowan Forest, New Caney, Plum Grove, Colony Ridge, Carter Settlement, Williams, Nimrod, and Grady, and North Cleveland there. So still radar indicated, but definitely capable of pretty good tornadoes, so get in a safe spot. So if you're just not tuning in, we are covering our major severe weather outbreak. We've already seen many severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings. We already had tornadoes today in the Houston area as well. Alright, but we're watching that same exact storm that produced that strong tornado earlier for a possible another tornado threat with that. So that might try to spin up again. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end off the live stream here, only because I think that we've got a pretty good break as for right now. So you will catch me live again if we do get any more tornadoes, obviously. But other than that, I think the next time we'll see each other is probably when our major tornado outbreak gets going. Alright, so I appreciate all of you for tuning in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for coming to watch, and I will see you guys in the next video.